So you want to know how to rank new websites on Google in a matter of weeks and months? I'm going to share it with you inside of this video. Let's jump right in. Now, before we get started, let me give you a bit of a background. Many of the clients that we work with don't have internal resources like developers, copywriters, project managers to implement our recommendations. With businesses like these, we'll like to take over the whole thing, managing the site, SEO, copywriting, advertising, analytics, what have you. On one hand, this gives us the benefit of being able to reduce the back and forth with the client, save time for us, and quite a bit of money for the clients. But at the same time, this makes us 100% accountable because we manage the whole thing. So if something doesn't work out, we are responsible for it. And this puts us under pressure to deliver results soon. And we have to, because this is how you get to grow your agency business, by retaining your clients long term. So we developed a methodology for it, and I'll be sharing parts of it with you today. Let me share my screen. Okay, so this is our client website. The company is called Citadel. If you search for Citadel cameras on Google, you'll find them. They install security cameras and network cables, this data cabling services, mostly for commercial clients, but they also do a little bit of residential work as well. So we just started working together recently, and it's been a couple of months after we relaunched our site. So let me share some of the results with you. Now, you can see how just about a month before we started working together, they didn't really rank for anything. They had a couple of keywords on third and sixth page of Google, but nothing much there. And so right around here, we started working together and we relaunched our site. And right off the bat, they were ranking for a couple of keywords on page 1. And then the second month, it was more keywords, and they already started seeing some revenue coming in. Plus, we ranked on Google Maps within the first month or so. And by now, a few months in, they already have a lot of traffic coming in from various keywords. And I can show you this data, but they already have tens of keywords on page 1. So how did we do this? Let's go back to their website. First, while relaunching the site, we create a strong foundation for SEO and optimize the website to sell. And so even before the site is launched, we're able to fix most of the technical SEO issues. Things like fonts, image sizes, 404 pages, broken redirect links, and things of that nature, which is an important part of ranking on Google. We also research keywords before launching the website. And so once we do launch, we have a good idea of what structure of the site we want to have in place. And don't forget, in here, we're talking about 20 to 50 pages website. If we're taking care of enterprise-grade client here, we would definitely be taking a different approach. Let's imagine we relaunch this website. By the time it's launched, it's technically sound and it has first optimizations implemented. This is where the content part begins. Let me show you. In most cases, old content is relaunched to target a main location that we want to rank for. But Toronto is a multi-million city, and it's not as easy to rank for security camera installation Toronto. And so that's why what we like to do is we start going after secondary keywords that are easier to get, keywords that are smaller. For example, here we have security camera installation Barrie and security camera installation Vaughan and Richmond Hill and other areas. So those are smaller towns close by Toronto. While competition in Toronto itself is really high, by going after these easier opportunities, we can make a huge difference. Here's how they compare. So I have a couple of keywords here for you, and I have two columns. One is search volume, so how many people search for that keyword every month. And then number 2 is keyword difficulty. It's essentially an estimate of how hard it is to rank for the keyword. So this is again is a volume, and this is how hard it is to rank for the keyword. So you can see how Toronto has a lot more searches, but then at the same time, it's a lot harder to get compared to this Brampton keyword or the Mississauga keyword, which are again areas close by Toronto. However, if we go ahead and combine this keyword and this one, we're going to have a volume that is actually bigger than Toronto itself, but it's much easier to get there. And so as a result, what we're able to get within a month or two is we're able to rank those websites on position 1 through 3 and start getting revenue right off the bat. Now, let me show you some of the results. So if we go ahead and open an incognito window and we search for security camera installation Vaughan, you can see how they rank in position 1 here because it's much easier to get. Now, if we go ahead and search for security camera installation Innisfil, which is again a small town not too far from Toronto, you can see how they rank number 1 in search, and you can see they are ranking number 2 in Google Maps. They own this search because majority of the clicks goes to maps and it goes to organic search, not the ads themselves. Now, another opportunity that we really like to go after is instead of going for the primary keyword and a secondary location, we like to go for the secondary keyword and the primary location. So for example, instead of going for security camera installation Toronto, we go after commercial security camera Toronto. And so here you can see, there they are, number 2. The reason behind this is this keyword is a primary location. However, it's a secondary keyword. So it's a little bit smaller. It's going to have a little bit smaller volume compared to just security cameras Toronto. Another good example here would be going after specific products that you want to rank for. For example, for Citadel, one of the products that they specialize in is Ubiquity. And so if we go for Ubiquity installation Toronto, you can see that they rank number 2 here as well. The reason why is, again, it's a secondary keyword, but in a primary location. Now, within a little while, we'll be able to rank this on top 3 results, which for some of the keywords we already are. And look, in these local areas, so let's go for security camera installation Vaughan. And so these smaller towns, they're close to Toronto, and a lot of people who work in the city, they actually commute every day. You can imagine there's going to be a lot of searches coming from Toronto for those smaller local areas around the city. And so it gives you an ideal combination where you have a lot of volume, as we just saw on this graph, where you can get a lot more volume than Toronto itself. You get a rank for those secondary keywords faster. As a result, you're going to get a lot more sales and a lot more return on your investment sooner. Following the strategy of secondary keywords, very soon we'll be able to have a lot more keywords on page 1, driving more revenue for our clients, keeping them happy and retaining them long term. Now, obviously, there's a lot at play here. But if you have a technically sound website, you go after the right keywords, and you have the best content, this can really do wonders for your business. Of course, there's a lot more that we do as a part of SEO for local businesses, and I'll be sharing with you more on that in future videos. Let me know in the comments down below if you think this strategy will work on your market and location. If I was to leave you with one brief tip, think about making your website easy to use for the end user, plus how you create the best answer for their search query. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.